Hi YouTube. Um, new developments for the vinyl record player / turntable. I have found a amp that's gonna be able to do what I want. I found an amp that will allow me to do subwoofer. So I'm going to include now a subwoofer and a subwoofer box and the amp itself in the cost. So I'm going to have around with the new upgrades in it, I'm going to be looking at about closer to 500 bucks into it, 4 or 5, somewhere in there. I mean, I'll do a total. I'm going to do another video of total cost and reviews of it. Also, I'm going to show what the, I'm not really going to count the what I want to do with stain wise and the feet I'm going to put on them, because that's a dealer's choice items. I mean, not dealer's choice, but I mean, it's up to whoever wants to do, like, you can run those without those on there, and honestly, they run just great. They'll look good and everything. I mean, and honestly, $5 to $10 for rubber feet is not really that bad. Most people would not go with the dark stain. I'm just into the idea of that, and I think it'd be really cool. So I really can't count that in there. So here is Dirt. This is the model I'm gonna go for as the subwoofer goes. It's a Kicker Comp 8-inch subwoofer with dual 4-over coils. It's really nice. Now I know everybody's gonna say, it's an 8-inch sub, boy, you're not getting a 10-inch sub. Don't want a 10-inch sub. I mean, honestly, I want it to be kind of compact, but high volume. So 8-inch, like I said, you see right there, it's the injected mold, 200 RMS, 100 per watt, 400 watt power peak. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, why are you getting that one? Why you want to look at that one? Why you want to get that one? Because honestly, I could get let's see, for the same amount of money, I could literally pick up this one, and that is definitely a much higher. It's a 300 watt RMS and 150 watt. I mean, it's 300. I mean, 300 watt, 300 RMS and 600 watt. Now, some people will be saying, why aren't you going for that one? Don't really need that high of input. I mean, to me, that's insane. Plus, it doesn't really match my aesthetic look a little bit. If you look at the speakers on here. Oh, by the way, see, I cleaned it up. It's got a little yellow to it. I'm gonna get it from picture in the box. This one's all black, and I want my system to look. I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of power for a little bit more power for a more aesthetically looking correct system that matches all the way out. Now I know it's silly. I could just get a yellow thing on there, put it on there, paint it yellow, and get away with it. But is what it is. Plus, I'm trying to keep within the deck the amplifier I'm looking at, power band, far as RMS goes. I really don't like the idea of pushing hard and then these being. Now, I did my homework on that now. And like I said, always I'm you need to do your homework. Well, I did my homework on it, so good. The box is basically from Lord to Ford. The only difference is, like, I think it's actually a little bit more expensive, but not much. This is the audio unit. the amplifier I'm going to use, receiver, is actually, from what I understand, it's actually really not bad. It's got an integrated amp, 165, 350 watt basically, indoor and outdoor. Not outdoor, but at home and it's really small, but very powerful. But here's the reason why. Evidently, it didn't look hard enough. Go figure. I'm looking for a tiny enough. To find one. This has. Oh, my bad. These are not. These are red and white, yellow. You ride a regular car speaker wire through them. So, these are normal. They're not RC jacks. Now, I can go additional preamp out, but that means I got a dedicated sub and the front too. And from my understanding, on looking and watching on these things are really nice. There's a lot of good reviews about them. It's Bluetooth. There's a good example. It powers a lot of stuff. I mean, you don't even need to I don't even have to hook up RCA if I don't want to. I can just run Bluetooth off of it and run all that. And there you go. I like it. It's really simple. The best things about it, like I said, it's pretty nice. It's got everything I want. Now, the only complaint that I'm seeing is that I'm going to show you guys all the good stuff on there. We can pause and look at it. The only thing I'm seeing, honestly, is that you have to use a bigger output. I mean, some people are complaining, like 1 or 2 people are complaining, saying you need to get a bigger battery plugger up to it for the DC, but they run the full tilt. I won't know until I start using it. But I say that it works really good out the box, so I don't know. And what I love about it is that it's really light. And here's another thing too. That's really cheap. Now, it would probably, like I said, I have to. I think it's within 120, 130, which is from understanding, it's about the size of my hand. That goes a lot in the audio world. I mean, I could sell that literally. I mean, this is a big old table. Dresser that I'm using for an audio thing. I could put a record right there, right? I can put the one speaker there, one speaker there, audio table. Speaker, turntable, speaker, subwoofer, and then at the end I can put the DAC, or I could hide the power, or I could just squeeze it somewhere in the middle. That's what I love about it. It's clean. It's simple. It doesn't take much space. Now, that is one incredible solution. Now, does it mean I'm done? No. Is that what I'm going to run? Definitely. I'm sure. One, even if I don't want to run the sub on there, which I'm thinking about honestly doing a sub. That'd be really cool. The only reason I gave up on it was because of the fact that, honestly, the price was super cheap. And what the heck is this? Oh, smell. The price was super cheap, and well, the reason I got rid of the reason I wasn't going to do the sub originally was because of the fact that I couldn't find one that had dedicated. I wasn't going to put and a turntable setup to me would not make sense. They had that and additional make it really tall and make it real. It wouldn't look right, and that's all about looks and performance. And I was okay with running 300 watts 7500 100 RMS on that. I mean, I was like, well, that'll still make really good. That'll sound really good. It will. I mean, honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up ordering definitely going to order the product first and see how it goes. I may not buy the sub. It's a possibility. I'll tell you what I am buying. I'm still buying that DAC, the amplifier, because that's still, from what I read, it's really good. Plus, it's super cheap, and it'll run my car speaker. It'll run those car speakers, no problem. And if I hook it up and honestly feel like I really need a sub woofer in that setup, I'll get it. If I don't, I might not. But I love the idea that this one includes it. So if I decide I don't want to do it, if I decide I want to do it, I got the option. If I do not want to do it, I mean, that's something, if I decide I want to do it, then hey, I got the money. I mean, I have the money, but I've already got the amplifier, and that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Actually, it'd be really, really cool. I could just simply go and then add a sub box, and the box and the sub itself. I know where I got it from. It wouldn't be that hard to find an 8-inch box to match the speakers I want to do. Really cheap. Spade connectors. It's all about that style of formality. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired. Only been up since 8 o'clock. Even on my off days of work, I still wake up 8 o'clock. That's irony for you, isn't it? But now I'm gonna get this question, and everybody's gonna ask me this question. No, I would not use that for my personal home surround. Like when I do eventually upgrade to surround sound, I won't use it. I'm telling you that right now. Because the fact it does not have a remote, and without a remote to conveniently change it, I don't want it. Well, this surround sound doesn't have yet. It's got a knob too. Yes, but it also has a remote for it. Meaning that if I don't want it, if I want to turn my audio on, boom, I can turn the volume up and down according to whatever spec I want. That's awesome. Now this is about a 12 HP. So I do not need that huge for that turn on. Absolutely do not. I think that'd be stupidly insane. Now, could I run it? Sure. Do I want to run it? No. To me, it's all about size and formality. I mean, you can get subs that do 600, 700 RMS, not RMS, but watts that are insane, 450, 500 RMS that are 8-inch. So it's the quality of the punch of the sound and whatnot, honestly. And I mean, for me personally, I'm not a big sub guy. I'm more interested in the clean hot. I'm more clear ways. Yeah. The crisp, clear sound that the audio makes on the vocals than I do the actual. Now, don't get me wrong, you gotta have a sub. Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I'm leaning towards the 300. I mean, the other one instead of the 200 I think it was 300 watt, 200 RMS, or was it 300 and 400? Yeah, I think it was 300 for the other one. Well, I can look real quick. 200 RMS, 400 watts, because in fact, I don't need something that huge. I mean, heck, this sub is like 400 watts. Sounds amazing for a factory setup. This is 300 watts. This is a 10-inch sub. So now some people say, "Well, you already got a sub. Why do you need? You don't even have to order that one. Why not use this one? One, it's not kicker. Oops. And two, this is got a busted thing on there." But honestly, the reason why I don't want to use it, I mean, I don't really like big ones. It's just so big. Like, you don't need a big. But like I said, it's all about form and function. I kind of don't need to have super overpowered machine. I don't want to super overload my machine, especially the amp. So when I get now for those who are wondering, I plan on doing I will build me for those who are wondering, I'm going to order a set of surround sound speakers. I'm going to probably go through Klipsch, probably, or maybe go Sony, I don't know yet. Simply because if I did, I don't want to build boxes. Yes, I could use those kind of boxes. They do make stands for them that I can literally hang them from the wall. They'll look like this. It'll look pretty cool, to be honest with you. You know, I can get them that hold that weight and whatnot, and it's not a big deal. Honestly, if I really wanted to do that, I can. It'd probably be a lot cheaper to do that way. But here's this big but. Thing is, I still gotta pick up the reason why I can't, I'm not going I can't, but I just don't want to on the surround sound is because of the fact that there isn't really a head unit that you can get that will power, unless you like. Don't get me wrong, there's ply and that apparently works for a little bit, and maybe there's an oddball I don't know about, but as of the moment, it's not really feasible for me to. It's even more convenient for me just to literally run this setup kind of. I mean, it'd be more convenient for me just to get a kicker or Sony, or not kicker, but Sony or Klipsch or Yamaha. Yamaha makes some really good speakers too. So from what I'm understanding, we're basically going to have to get a receiver combo. I'm going to get a receiver, then I'm going to pick up 4 passive speakers, and then I'm going to have to get what they call a power subwoofer for my life to be somewhat easier. But I don't want to have like, now I could run, and if I was okay, you know, I know some people say, well, you can buy a class modifier, you can get a amplifier just to run the subwoofer, and you can connect it right to the pre-outs of the back of another unit, and it'll run speaker system and yada 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 yada. I know that. I just don't want to buy like multiple pieces of equipment. And you know, that's my big thing, is I don't want to buy multiple pieces of equipment basically just to do that. If I did that, yeah, I could totally run whatever speaker I want. I could get a 700, 800 watt, you know, 600 watt subwoofer, boom, no problem. Cost me like maybe $100 to $200. Speakers ain't gonna cost me nothing. I mean, I can get a combo set for what it costs for a set I'm looking at. It'd be very, very cheap compared to, because I mean, the set I'm looking at is gonna be like about $700, $800. I mean, 600 was even $600 to $800 just for speakers alone. Center channel and all that good stuff. That's another thing too. I'm gonna run center channel, so it's not gonna be just 4 speakers and a sub. If it was just 4 speakers and a sub, I say go for it. I would totally do that. I don't, like I said, one of the videos, I do not know how to woodwork that yet. So if I did know how to do that, and I knew how to cross over it, that's another thing too. I would have to figure out how to cross over to where it would run. I would totally make my own. I would just be like, here you go. And I would buy the additional equipment and whatnot. And yeah, I could buy equipment for like between $100 to $200. Both sides of the story. One for the stickers, one for the head. Plug it bypass, turn both machines on. I'm not interested in that. I want something that can just turn, go over there, turn, go plop, plop, have subwoofer on. Remote comes remote, click, turn off, click, click, turn off. Built in, no mess. Technically, both a little bit mess, but not a big deal. Not to me. So, maybe a little weird, maybe a little bit funny. I just like simple things. This is actually a pretty simple setup, by the way. I love it. I love how simple this is, actually, if I ain't gonna lie about it. It's pretty loud, too. Like, insanely loud. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact it didn't have Bluetooth, if it didn't have Bluetooth, if it had Bluetooth, I wouldn't even bother. I'd just plug everything up into this and go, and totally cheap. But it don't, so it is what it is. But as I said, this is a surprise video I want to make up. The takeaway from what I'm going to basically say is that I probably will most likely I've definitely found the amplifier I'm going to use, but I may or may not use the subwoofer. Don't know yet. I'll see what the difference would be. It's not like I don't have a sub over there. I could just plug right into it and see if it actually does require, like that thing says. I mean, that one complaint does or not. I won't know until I do it. If it sounds good and punches out really hard, we'll try it before with these two speakers, and then we'll try it with the sub in it. And if it's that big of a difference, then I will definitely get one. And, you know, I'll definitely go buy the kicker. If not, I will not. Because, like I said, I'm not super high into, for turntable like that, for enjoying music. Clean, crisp, pretty loud. Not insanely loud, but clean, crisp, loud. Believe me, when I turn this sucker on, I can walk about 5 to, well, I can show you guys. I'm not going to open the door, but I can go ahead and show you. To where that trailer, you can barely see that in that trailer, so you can still hear it. Pretty decent. If I turn this system all the way up, I know most people will be like, whoa, you don't need another, why do you want to upgrade? I just want, I just kind of want to. I mean, I've kind of hit the end of the road with this one. I'll upgrade it eventually, and then I'll box it up, and then I'll trade it for something else. Or probably use it for a Blu-ray drive, I don't know. It's hard to tell. So, but back to this. I mean, that one I could just have good comfortable, you know, I got 300, you know, I got 300 watts. When I want to play record player, it sounds good, it sounds crisp. That's what I want. Nice and clean. Doesn't have to be super loud. Be nice if it is, but if not, it is what it is. Plus it's Bluetooth, so I can actually plug my phone into it if I really want to. It's another bonus on that receiver. But always, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.